It is an exciting moment as we draw closer to our next upcoming Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind event, the first event of 2024. And we're kicking it off with an incredible lineup of speakers. And so I wanted to welcome each and every one of you to another episode of Agents in the Trenches, this space and this place that we've created for us to have these conversations about what's actually happening out there in the real estate market in Southwest Florida and beyond. And so, as usual, I'm Lucy Quinones. I'm so happy to be able to be your host. And in a minute, I'm going to be bringing on my co host, my running partner, who is with me on these every week. But today we have something even more brilliant, more special. We're going to be having our very first event, the Southwest Florida. It used to be called the Southwest Florida Realtor Mastermind, but we've gotten bigger, better, and more brilliant because we want it to be more inclusive. We wanted to be able to incorporate the whole industry and really create the impact that we've always wanted to. And we know that as we collaborate and contribute with other real estate professionals throughout the whole industry, things are going to get even better for everyone. We're living in a day and an age where we all know that community is everything. We're not able to have real estate on easy street anymore. So the connections and the relationships that have been fostered, the conversations, the camaraderie that we've seen throughout this last year has been so phenomenal that we decided to elevate our boundaries and go above and beyond. And so our new name is the Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind Network because we are a network of frontline leaders, people that are really flying high in their game of real estate, whether you are an agent, a team leader, a top producer, a broker, mortgage, insurance, survey, appraiser, contractor, developer, investor, lender. There's a place for everyone. And today I have the honor of presenting two of our upcoming speakers. And we're going to have a really open conversation. But I think this is important that, we are able to showcase the talent that is out there. There's not a lot of places where, industry leaders and marketplace real estate industry practitioners are being given the spotlight to showcase their talent. So to start introducing people, I'm going to bring my running partner as usual, Talia. How are you, Talia? Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much for welcoming me. Super excited for this conversation. It's funny because I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, I don't know what's going faster, the time or us, because I feel like this week we've been sprinting, we've been working really hard, putting this together and making sure that, all loose ends are tied. So I'm super excited. I can't wait for next Wednesday. I think it's going to be incredible.
And listen, we are definitely creating an impact. I want everyone to know that when we started doing this, actually, my events started, my first initial events started on December 6th of 2021. And I went for a full year nonstop, highly committed because I said, I want to be an influencer. I want to bring community together. I want to lead the way with some frontline leaders. I've been using frontline leaders forever. And now we're seeing the fruits of this. And I want to give a shout out to the sponsors that are making the Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind event, the Vision Board Social next Wednesday, a possibility, because it's a free event. It's a free event. We want to bring value. We want to deliver the best of the best. And so we know that we are going through some rough waters in real estate. So shout out to DR Horton. DR Horton accepted the invitation to be one of the premier sponsors at the upcoming Vision Board Social. Shout out to TBF Mortgage, right? Our loyal sponsor who has been with us since we launched the Southwest Florida Realtor Mastermind in June of last year. Shout out to Celebration Title, a new premier sponsor that also believed in the vision, believed in the power of community. My throat is getting dry from all this excitement. And so Celebration Title was like, yes, we want to be part of this. Shout out to a new premier sponsor as well that has decided to say, yeah, I want to be part of this community. The Insurance Factory, right? It's the Insurance Factory. Is that the name, Talia? Am I getting that right?
Yes.
But we also have another one of our premier sponsors that also said yes, New Western, the marketplace of wholesale properties in Southwest Florida. And last but not least, someone that also said, you have to give me an opportunity. I want to help the Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind go to that next level. We have to be part of this. So welcome National Mortgage Home Loans. And thank you so much. Each and every one of these premier sponsors is making this a possibility because it takes a lot of manpower, a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of marketing. It takes a lot of, moving pieces. Our location is spectacular. If you guys don't know, it's going to be at the Hilton Embassy Suites in Estero. So we have a very special, beautiful, beautiful location that I'm very excited to have. But you know what? The power of the Vision Board Social, which is the pre-launch to Vision Builders, the mega conference that we're planning for the middle of this year, is the speakers. The speakers that have said, yes, we want to be co-founders, we want to contribute, we want to be part of the charity event that's going to be coming forward. So who are we going to bring up next? And who do you want to introduce so that we can start this conversation and start meeting some of our speakers today?
Yes, well, I want to bring on a local Southwest Florida agent and team leader, Monica Villa. Let's bring her onto the stage. Hi, Monica.
Hi, thank you so much.
Yes. And then the next person I'd love to bring on is a local real estate developer and investor, Miss Marta Pino. Hi.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for the invitation. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you
I
so
love
much
it.
for accepting it.
So I'm super excited that these wonderful, ladies have accepted the invitation. I want to give each one of you an opportunity to showcase yourself and just tell Southwest Florida and beyond, right? Because there's a lot of people that follow Lucy, and there's a lot of people that watch this in Latin America and other parts of the world, right? Because I've always said, international is my vision. So this is your moment to shine. And I want to kick it off with a question. What makes your heart beat when it comes to real estate? So let's kick it off with Monica. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what makes your heart beat when it comes to real estate.
So I feel very, very fortunate to be in real estate, to be able to do what it is that I absolutely love. I'm passionate about it day in and day out. It's always been something that I wanted to do. And I took the leap of faith full time back in 2019 and in helping people realize their dreams, whether it's their first home or it's an investment property, but building those relationships and helping each and every client, that is just been top notch for me, and I look forward to it daily.
Awesome. Well, I want our very own Martha Pino to also tell us a little bit about yourself and what is it that makes your heart beat when it comes to real estate?
Well, there's a lot of things that made me very excited when it comes to real estate. And I usually, since we build homes, I always say, I love the smell of cement. I love the smell of paint, and I love the smell of a new home. And that goes back since I was a little girl in Cuba. And I remember seeing my grandfather building walls, one of my grandparents. And I guess it comes from my childhood, and I really enjoyed it. And most importantly, I love to see people's eyes, how they feel when they find that home that they're looking for, when they're excited, when they see themselves doing that. And that, when they see themselves in that beautiful home that they're looking for, and it creates this energy and this synergy that is pure joy, and you feel it. So for me, it's everything, the whole entire process. And thank you for the opportunity of sharing my thoughts and being on this space with all you three beautiful ladies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, we all know that real estate moves the economy, right? We know real estate has an over $73,000 impact every time we have a closing. Monica, what do you see happening in the industry when it comes to the agents? You are a top performing team leader. Give us a little bit of the pulse of what's happening in the agent community from your perspective.
From my perspective, at this time, everybody seems to be. We started off the year maybe a little hesitant. What's going to happen, and it has just taken off. I have brought on 2 additional agents that I'm mentoring this year. I'm super excited about it, and just empowering them. One of them I just started not even a week ago, and she got her first listing. We input it yesterday, so I see the momentum building, and it's just so much fun to be able to encourage and mentor and lead them through this journey. So I've seen everybody excited that I'm around, just excited for what this year has to hold and what the possibilities are.
I love it. I love it. Martha, what are you seeing from the development investor side? Because you're out there, right? You're out there in the trenches. You are
Right.
currently developing your own projects as well. Tell us a little bit about the heartbeat in your side of the world.
Well, I feel that this is it's a cycle. This is a time space that we're in when it comes to the developing the construction. People are already realizing that the market is self-correcting itself little by little. And those agents and those people that are in every trade, whether it be construction, mortgages, all related to real estate, if they understand that it's a cycle and they do stay on the game, it's going to be a wonderful year because people still need homes. People still are going to need loans. People are going to still need agents to work with them. So I think it's a good spot. People are very easy sometimes to quit and say, well, it's not so easy to get listings or homes or sell, whatever, but it's a mindset. And that's where it comes at the occasion. Because if you stay on the game and you stay long enough and you are consistent, business is going to follow and you're going to achieve the results you're looking for. And I think that you bringing together the event next week, I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity to be able to teach and inspire people that are going to be attending why they need to stay on the game. Because it can be, and it will be a phenomenal year for all of those, or all of us that stay on the game, on top of the ball. There are plenty of opportunities for everybody. So
I wanna kind of go from there, and I want to keep the 4 of us here together so we can have a conversation, very open conversation. I want to piggyback off of what you just said, Ms. Pino. You got to stay in the game. So let me ask Monica. Monica, how do you keep your people in the game, right? Because not everyone wants to do what they have to do when they have to do it because they know that's what they're supposed to be doing, right? That's one of the biggest challenges that we know exists in our industry. We are our own bosses. We're independent contractors. We can do what we want, when we want, if we want. But we all know that that doesn't take us where we say we want to get to. So what are you doing within your team to get to have your people really, winning?
So wake up with the mindset every morning that you have to go out and get it. Nothing is going to fall in your lap. And consistency and follow-up is key. And, clients, it's not easy street, as you have mentioned. It was, very, very, clients were just coming and people were buying left and right. No, you're having to actually be an expert in and have the knowledge and set yourself apart to gain clientele now. And you have to go out there and you have to get it. And it's not easy, but it is very rewarding. And I try my best to lead by example. So I want the agents that I'm working with to see me working hard, to see me following up, to see me being consistent in what it is that I'm doing, and they will follow suit and learn that way. That's kind of my philosophy with it.
I love it. Ms. Pino, what do you say? I know you have a very powerful story. You have a very powerful perspective when it comes to that key element mindset. What do you think is it's going to take for people to continue winning like Monica's team is winning? What do you feel is going to take for people to keep winning?
Well, on a one-on-one perspective, I think that the very First thing is that people come clean with themselves and be willing to say, you know what, from me, from myself to me, from my own space, without worrying about what the husband, the wife, the kids, the family, friends, that anybody says. I'm willing to commit. I'm willing to commit to my game. I'm willing to commit to what I'm doing today, on Tuesday, on Friday, on Saturday, especially when it comes to real estate business. Like Monica said, it's not easy, and it's not easy to stay committed and to be inspired all the time. But the thing is that if you don't, then what is exactly that you're doing? You're doing exactly the opposite of that. So you gotta realize, like, to which side do you want to swing? You want to go more towards the things that you want to achieve and the things that you're working towards to achieve, or you just want to hang out and then kind of like turn the head the opposite way. And that's something that people don't realize, especially at the beginning of the year. People are into the resolutions, the goals, and all that, and we're kind of already, halfway through the month already. But
Yes.
we're just starting the year. So what's going to happen in the next 6 months? And that's the thing. If you're not 100% committed about achieving your goals, that's not going to happen, and nobody's going to do it for you. And events like the ones that you're putting together, I believe, bring a lot of inspiration and even bring people to a space of coming clean to themselves to say, oh my God, look at what these people are talking about. Right. I need to come clean with myself so I can commit. And when that happens, that's exactly a mindset shift. And if that's all it takes, amen, we are doing an amazing job, everybody, because we're inspiring and propelling forward someone that is going to be working on their own dreams to achieve their own goals in their own life. And I think that's what all this community and this network that you have created is all about. Helping people be better, do more, have more, and contribute more.
I love
That's
it.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. So if you guys are watching live, put hashtag live. If you guys are going to be watching this on replay, let us know we're on replay. So let's bring it back to Monica. Monica, how do you keep yourself committed? Because that is a key word, right? But it's easier said than done. Let's peel back the layers. Let's talk about the real deal when you wake up and you're like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Or, hey, we're human. Listen, we're not talking about being robots. We're talking about being human. So, Monica, how do you make yourself really commit? What does it take? Give us the real raw truth.
So I'm a very plan-oriented person, and I have my schedule planned in advance. Things change, but my calendar is jam-packed. And when I say my calendar is packed, meaning I have a time, I have my wake up time, I have my prayer, my journal time. Everything is listed in my, what time I'm going to make phone calls, what time, I need to pick my children up, if I need to make sure I follow up. My calendar is always jam-packed with every single detail of what I do throughout my day. And I stay consistent with it. I don't care if I wake up and I do not feel well. I'm going to get up and I'm going to have my prayer time, my journal time, and I am going to write all my goals down. I write them down every single day. And I have books and books that I have already finished and completed. And sometimes I'll go back when I feel a little bit like, I'm not achieving anything. I'll go back to 2 or 3 journals before, and I can see that, yes, I am fulfilling them. And I'll take a time to have gratitude for those things and then continue. Yeah.
I have a question. You said something, and I want to touch on that a little bit. You said that even when you're not feeling well, right, you still do the things that you have to do. And that's awesome. That's you. So I have a question. When your agents maybe not be feeling well, right, and they come to you, how do you handle that? Because you're a go-getter. You go, and even if you're not feeling well, you put your clothes on, you do what you got to do. But not everybody's like that. So like, how do you handle that situation when your agent comes to you and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling good, I have a headache, or my stomach hurts, or whatever? Because people get sick. But I'm just wondering, like, how do you approach that?
I try to give them the best encouragement and also be compassionate at the same time, because I don't want to feel like it's not okay to not feel good one day, because everybody has days. But
Yeah.
if it is something that, you know, they can push through, I'm going to be right there encouraging them to push through. Just to continue. Hey, it's okay. Maybe, you know, you're not going to get through everything in your calendar today, or you're not going to hit everything, but what's your most important things? And I'll also ask, what are things that I can help you with today? What can we work on together so that they don't feel like they're alone? And maybe we'll make phone calls together. You know, maybe we can sit down and review something together, something that maybe they would do on their own. I can give them that encouragement. And what I've learned, and just this past week, here's an instance. On Monday, I was having a day. I felt off. I wasn't sick, but I just didn't feel 100%. And I speak to one of the agents that I mentor throughout the day constantly. We're back and forth working on things. And she noticed maybe that I hadn't reached out to her as much. And she contacted me. Hey, are you okay? Is everything okay? What can I help you with? That's normally what I do with her. And she was then reciprocating it back to me and making sure, because I wasn't where I normally was. So she was lifting me up in terms of what I normally do. So I see that just by leading by example, she's now picked that up and helping me the same.
I love that. And you know, as a leader, it's important to have empathy. But here's one thing that I've learned, and I'm going to throw it to Ms. Pino, because listen, I'm going to have a confession moment. Honestly, my calendar is like Monica's, right? It is jam-packed. It tells me when I wake up, when I meditate, when I pray, when I run. Then I got a running app that tells me how many miles I have to run. But you know what? Honestly, if I go back, I'm going to be honest, I am probably at a 85% of what my calendar says I need to do. Now, let me tell you, there are things that are non-negotiable for me. There are things that are non-negotiable. Like right now, we have this event coming up, and I don't care if I've got a stomach ache, a belly ache, a knee ache, a headache. I don't care. There are things that must get done, right? Because I'm on a mission, because I'm committed, because I have, you know, a responsibility to make sure that we bring a ton of value. I'm just gonna laugh when I say this word, ton of value on the 24th, because you know what? I'm no longer living for profits. I'm living for purpose. And I would be a hypocrite to say that, you know, I'm just going to do just enough. So Talia knows, right? But I would say if I take the whole month, I could say that I'm at about 85%. So Ms. Pino, the question is for you. And before I forget, I want to ask everybody to give us some likes. Give us likes on the live so that our algorithm will boost up and we can have more people meeting our speakers. So go ahead and just click, and give us some likes. Ms. Pino.
Yes, ma'am.
What are those things that are not negotiable for you? Because the problem is, I used to be guilty of this. I used to say that I wanted agents that were committed, but I would not hold them to my standards. I would negotiate my standards. You know, I would say, you got to be committed, and you got to be, you know, coachable and trainable. And I would give them all these standards. And then I was the first one that was not meeting my expectations when it came to them. So I was always negotiating my standards until I reached the point and I said, this is why I end up where I end up. So what is not negotiable for you, Ms. Pino? Because we all need to get to that level where this is not negotiable.
Well, I believe that when you are aware and you have very clear the things that you're working on and the things that, like you said, are non-negotiable, you're not going to negotiate by not doing the things that you know you need to do. Are you going to be 100% all the time? No, because like Monica said, we're human. Sometimes you might be off a day. Like, you know, we were traveling, for example, I catch a cold and I could have said, well, Lucy, I'm going to be coughing. I'm not going to do the live. And I said, no, I'm going to do it. Better yet, I needed to do an early appointment, you know, and I say, if I cough, I cough, and I apologize and I keep talking because this is non-negotiable, you know, like I said, I was going to do it. And I said, when we spoke for the event, yes, I'm going to be in. So I have to be aware of really what is important to me that I'm not going to negotiate with as far as not doing. It's easier to quit than to actually stay on board and make the phone calls, be in the live, show up to the event, be in your best behavior, like we tell our kids when they're little, and do all the things that we need to do. But the thing is, what is it you're working towards to achieve? It's
Right.
about just hanging out, or it's just about, I don't know, like playing, like let's see how it works. Or are you really seriously doing something that it goes beyond yourself, your immediate circle, and it's higher and bigger, and that's what it comes purpose. And the bigger the purpose, the bigger the mission, the more committed, more responsible you're gonna be about it. Yes, you're gonna have bad days, but yes, you're gonna go through, and please, if you feel bad, then go through them quickly. So that way you get to your best state. And the best state, like Tony Robbins says, you need to be in a peak state. Are you gonna be there all the time? Probably not. But you know what? Work towards making that a habit so you gravitate and you stay a high level of achievement most of the time. Because if you do that and you're set 85%, well, if you are at 85%, 365 days, oh my God, you are way higher above and beyond than most everybody else. And then what's the difference or the gap to go to that 100%?
Mm.
And goes back then into self retrospection, like, okay, what are the things that I need to do and adjust that will get me from 85% to 90, and then another 10% to, and then be all the time reviewing those things. And that's kind of like things that I do, like, okay, I did this, how can I do it better? And then shift, what can I do better? And that way is non-negotiable, because winning, succeeding, helping, being happy, being joyful, being in good health, it's non-negotiable. And if you have it clear, then you're going to work and gravitate towards that, because then you put your energy, your focus, everything to the things that you're looking to achieve. And I think with that, we contribute so much more because we're leading by example.
I love it. I love it. Monica, take it from there. What are those things that to you are not negotiable? Because here's what I know. When we do what Miss Fino's saying, right? When we introspect, when we check ourselves, there's always a next level. And I think the problem that all of us have is if we're not growing to the next level, then we are stuck. But the same thing happens to the people that we lead and to so many thousands of realtors out there. Who is leading you, or who are you following? And is that person, taking you to that next level? So how do you handle those non-negotiables? Because I remember when I was a broker at my Century 21 company, and I always wanted to please everybody. I wanted to make it work for them. I wanted to bend it and twist it and because I was hoping that I could make them productive. Until now, I'm like, I can't make you productive. If you want to be productive, I will facilitate, but I can't make you. How do you handle those non-negotiables?
So I had said earlier, I try to lead by example, but as well as I try to learn everybody's what makes them shine. And maybe somebody is better at one thing than the other. So then I try to adjust and give the tasks out and let them excel in what they are naturally good at. And then help them and fine tune the other items that they need help with. Because there's some who are better at getting in front of people and speaking. There are some that are better at maybe writing contracts and making marketing. Maybe some are better on camera and they can do reels and different things like that. I try to find what is their expertise as well, and hold them accountable to it. Hey, you said that this week you were going to make X amount of calls. Where are you at? Let's look at that and not let it slide. Okay, so how are you going to catch up? What's your goal there? That how are you going to get to where you want it to be? Or if they have leads that they're working on, okay, where are we at with that? Send something over. Let's review it. Just make sure that accountability is constantly there. Yeah.
Yes. So let's bring it home. I want to respect your time, and you guys have accepted the invitation, right? Speaking of putting people, and that's so funny that you would say that, right? Because putting people in their comfort or in their what they're good at is totally not part of my anatomy. Like, I don't know why. I am a potential scouter. Like, I see people as who they can become, right? And obviously, maybe that's why I do it, because I see who I see their potential. I see who they can become. I see them as that next level player. So I'm constantly challenging or inviting and encouraging people to take a leap of faith. That being said, the two of you have accepted the invitation to be one of our speakers at the upcoming pre-launch for Vision Builders, the mega conference, and obviously at the big mega conference that we're going to be planning for this this year, the charity event. So thank you for accepting that invitation. But I also know that speaking in front of people is probably one of the, well, they say it's the biggest fear after death. I mean, people that know, I've heard people say, you know, speaking in public is like the biggest fear after dying for some people. Monica, what could people expect from what you're bringing, that fire, that, you know, that knowledge, that story, that experience? Tell us a little bit about what you are envisioning you're going to be bringing on that day to the audience that we're going to have there.
Yeah, so I really want to bring the importance of vision, as well as a little bit of my background. I was a secret agent for a certain amount of years and wondering why I wasn't excelling or why I wasn't producing. So I want to touch on that, because I feel like there are a lot of agents that have a lot of potential, but they're secret agents and they're not putting themselves out there. And I want to be able to encourage them and tell them a little bit about my story. And, you know, when you just start taking the steps and having a written vision, but it all starts here, you have to be able to visualize it, what exactly it is that you want, and then putting action to that vision and being consistent with it. So I am looking forward to having that platform. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak and just speak from the heart. I am not a professional speaker, but I will speak from the heart, and I will, you know, I'm there to encourage, and I want to see everybody do well. Yeah, something you told me last year really hit me when we were at the Bernstein, and you said something to the effect of, you want to lead, but you want to lead with your hand out, where you are bringing other people up, and that is what I want to do.
I love it. I love it. I think that, listen, 2 years ago, I decided to become the voice, right? I decided to build a community. I decided to find the eagles in my area and create a space and a place where together we could just soar, right? And so I remember someone said to me, bringing everybody from different companies together, that's not going to be possible. I said, well, that's exactly why I'm going to do it. So life brought me to meeting Ms. Pino. And I want you to tell our audience here today, and everybody that's going to be watching this for the next, days, I'm encouraging everyone to share this. What could the audience expect from you? What does your heart tell you you're going to manifest and make happen for the people that are going to be coming to our Vision Board Social and pre-launch for Vision Builders, the mega conference? What are you feeling? What are you seeing that people can expect?
Well, I would say that first of all, I want everyone that shows up to have an amazing time, that they feel when they leave that event, that they feel that it was so, but I mean so worth it for them to have taken the time to go to that event and show up, because they're going to leave inspired, they're going to have fun, they are going to meet people, and I believe they will have a much more clear plan as far as what they themselves can do for their own self for 2024 and beyond. And also, I want to have a conversation. And when you said public speaking, yes, most likely my hands are going to sweat, and I'm going to get a little bit nervous here and there, of course. But I want to have a conversation, and I will share the things that I do. I will take this opportunity that you are giving me and giving us as speakers as a platform for take it as a teaching moment to give value. Give value. Sometimes a word, a sentence, and a strategy, an idea can be just that one thing that will trigger for somebody to go from the 10% to a 50% to a top producer. And that's what we want to ignite in their hearts, that they can do it. And at the same time, have fun. So one of my intentions for this event is that everybody that shows up in that event, I want to personally speak with them and network with them. And this is, and I'm bringing this up because sometimes we go to events or we do events and we talk, let's say 50 people, 100 people show up, and you talk to probably 3, 4, 5, 6 people. But what if we all make it a purpose to connect? Since you said community network, if we all make it a purpose to make sure that we do talk and integrate and you know, relate with everybody that show up to the event, that will make this event even more powerful for the ones coming up, and then the aftermath that they will have, because people are going to leave the event with their hearts full of joy and inspiration. And I think if we are able to achieve that as a team, everybody wins. So I think that's pretty much for me.
Wow. I'm super, super stoked. You know, I think that we are redefining, we're definitely redefining how we network and how we do business. I know that the two of you have been able to create very powerful relationships with some of the other people that have come to our Southwest Florida Realtor Mastermind last year, now the Southwest Florida Real Estate Mastermind Network. And it's time for us to expand and elevate our horizons. Monica, you said
Yes.
exactly what I said last year, which is my vision. And it's funny because someone else that I spoke with the day before yesterday said to me, Lucy, I want to do what you said. I want to succeed. One hand up, one hand down. You know, reaching for my next level, but bringing someone with me. And the other day I said to Thalia, am I crazy doing all this work? Am I crazy? But then God sent me a confirmation, and it came through one of my mentors. And my mentor said, what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. And I can tell you, ladies, that I am just going to sit in the front row and I am going to smile, and my heart is going to swell with pride and joy that the two of you have accepted this challenge and this opportunity. Because let me tell you, there is power in being on a stage. There is power in being the voice. There is power in being the right messenger with the right message.
Exactly.
So
Very
get
true.
ready, because we are about to co-elevate into another stratosphere. And the best part is that we're making a difference, guys. We're making a difference. So thank you so much. Bring your tribe. Share this with everyone. You know, be that messenger. Encourage everyone to join us. It's free. My goodness, it's free.
Right.
All you have to do is invest your time. But like Ms. Pino said, it's going to be a time of a lot of community, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of connection, conversation, co-elevation. And so thank you so much. I'm going to let Thalia, my running partner, take it away, close it out, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies, so much for accepting our invitation. This is going to be so incredible. You know, I just want to say something really quickly. Last week when I was inviting people, right, there was this person that I reached out to, and he has never been to any of our events, actually. You know, I've been inviting him, and finally he's going to be coming to this one. And something that he mentioned to me, he was like, you know, even though I've never been to any of your events, I see what you guys are doing. You know, I've been watching the videos. I get everything that you send me, all the text messages and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm super excited to come. And one thing he mentioned was that he's like, not only am I going to come, but I'm also going to invite one of my friends that is also in the industry. And he's actually thinking of, you know, throwing in a towel and giving up, because it's been a challenge for him to get his business started. So I was like, okay, well, bring him along, like whatever you can do, because this might just be like Marta said, this might just be something that he needs. He might just get a word of encouragement, or he might just pick up on something from one of the speakers. And yeah, so when I say like give it all that you guys got, I'm sure that you're inspired and you're going to speak to someone's heart, to someone's soul, and it just might be the very thing that's going to keep them in the industry. So I'm super excited for this event, and I shared the information in the comments. I shared the link. Please guys, if you haven't registered, register and share it with a friend, share it with someone you think that is going to need this. And yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes.
We'll
Thank
see you on Wednesday. Very happy. Thank you so much for the invitation. Let's have fun. Thank you, Monica, for also being here. Thank you, Talia, and thank you, Lucy, for the invitation. I'm very honored, very grateful to be part of all of this with all of you ladies.
Yes,
Thank you.
I am as well. Thank you guys. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's make history together, ladies. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, guys.